All right, let's talk about parallel compression. We've all heard it a million times. We know all the big dogs use it, yet when we try to do it, somehow it just doesn't sound right. Or we just can't get the settings right, or whatever. Can't figure it out, right? I struggled with this for so long, and then when I finally figured out how they do it, or how most of them do it at least the ones I follow, it made my workflow so much easier, and it sounds better. Everything's just better. Right? Whatever sounds good is good. Just remember that. And there's multiple ways to do this, but there is a way that the majority of the top do it, and I'm going to show you that right now. Okay, so I pulled in a dry vocal from Splice, and this is what it sounds like. I'm going to turn off the parallel compression for now. This is what it sounds like without it.
You didn't think I'd be here waiting up all night, all night. I'm here to tell you something. There ain't another love that is gonna hold you down like mine.
So now I'm going to turn on the parallel compression. I'm going to go in and out. And you're going to hear like a very subtle difference, but I'll tell you why that's important.
You didn't think I'd be here waiting up all night, all night. I'm here to tell you something. There ain't another love that is gonna hold you down like mine.
Okay, so we have, there's a slight gain in volume, but it's not much. What you should have noticed is that the vocal just got a lot thicker, right? I want you to pay attention to the very beginning, right here.
You didn't think I'd be here waiting.
Okay, listen to the waiting part. It kind of like loses a little bit of energy. But when I turn on the parallel, it won't lose energy. It's going to stay thick the whole way through. And we hadn't even put in a compressor on the actual vocal yet. We just pushed in a little bit of parallel.
You didn't think I'd be here waiting. You didn't think I'd be here waiting. You didn't think I'd be here waiting. You didn't think I'd be here waiting.
Okay, here's how to actually set it up. It's super simple, okay? So what I did was I just rolled off the lows on the vocal just to like get the rumble out of there, but that's really not doing anything for the compression. I put a send to the parallel compressor, right? So I have lead vocal, and then the lead parallel. I just did the same thing with the EQ. Now I opened up the compressor does not matter. The compressor is really up to you. What kind of tonal characteristic do you want with this? All you're trying to do is really squash it to try and figure out what's going to sound best for whatever vocal you have or whatever instrument you have, because this can work on anything. So basically, I just use this. I just use a stock, so just because I know everybody can have access to a stock. So here's the compressor. It's very aggressive.
You didn't think I'd be here waiting.
Okay, so we're getting like almost 20 dB of gain reduction. Now, the trick is I am going to set this bus, right click, and set it as pre-fader, because we don't want this volume control to mess with it, and we don't want this pan knob to mess with it, right? We want it to go before this. So all your processing goes through, then it goes to the volume control, then it goes to the pan. We want to hit it before it hits these. Now that we have it set there, then we go to the groups, and we're going to create a group and put them in the same group. Now watch. When I go to group settings, I can decide what I want to be affected. So right now, when you set it up, you want to take this off, okay? So so you can blend it in. When it's off,
You didn't think I'd be here waiting. You didn't think I'd be here.
okay, so it's independent, right? So when I pull this down, this is not being affected, right? And then when I do the pan knob, it's not being affected either. So I want to do that because before, when I have it down and I play it and I'm going to blend it in,
You didn't think I'd be here waiting. You didn't think I'd be here waiting. You didn't think I'd be here waiting. You didn't think I'd be here waiting.
okay, I got it where I want it, right? So now I'm going to go back into the group settings and then I'm going to turn on volume and pan. The reason being is because now that I have it set where I want it, if I pan it to the left, I want the parallel to go to the left too. See that? If I bring the volume down, like let's say I need some volume automation in here. I'm going to draw it in, right? Let's say I want to take this down. I want to take this up. That is going to be represented on this. Watch.
You didn't think I'd be here waiting.
See how they both jumped up? They'll jump down and they'll jump up together. Watch.
You didn't think I'd be here waiting.
See, now they're moving together. But I don't want to set that volume and pan control connect them until after I blend it into where I want it. Now, when it comes to the actual compressor, you really like this. You can use punchy compression, glue compression, groove compression, thick compression. Those, I will do a different video for that and explain that. But you really just pick what you want, and then you just blend it in. But the whole point is, I want to take the original sound, unprocessed, and then I want to smash it with whatever compressor and type of compression that I want. That depends on whatever the instrument is or the vocal is, and then I'm going to blend that in. So that is how I do a parallel compressor. I put it through a send, and then I put it on a compressor that is the type of compression and the type of compressor. They all have different tonal characteristics. And then I blend it in. Then I set it to a group. And then I turn on the volume and pan automation, or connect it with the volume and pan knobs, right, with the groups here. And then I don't have to think about it at all. For the rest of my mix, I don't have to think about it because I know that whatever I do to this lead vocal, that parallel compressor is going to follow it. And I don't have to go into both of them and blah, blah, blah. Like, it's just a lot of extra work, and it's just unnecessary. Just route it just like this, and you'll be fine. Don't have to think about it the rest of the mix. All right, I hope you got something out of that, and like and subscribe, and check out my other videos. I'll see you next time. Peace.